Welcome to our video on the trial of Bahadur Shah Zafar, the last Mughal emperor of India. Today, we delve into a significant chapter in Indian history, one that unfolded during the tumultuous period of colonial rule. Our story starts back in May 1857, when news was rapidly spreading among the Sepoys of the East India Company that the cartridges loaded in rifles were greased with the fat of cows and pigs. This offended both Hindus and Muslims. What started as a bid to hurt religious sentiments was soon to turn into the first war of independence, with an arguably unwilling Bahadur Shah Zafar at its helm. By this time, Bahadur Shah Zafar was an already old man, with very few resources and a suppressed pride, upon being rendered a pensioner by the Britishers. But still, he held the mighty title of the Emperor of India. Bahadur Shah Zafar was initially reluctant to support the mutineers, but later assented, thereby giving a legal sanction to them. This was regarded as an act of treason, as his grandfather Shah Alam had signed a document owing allegiance to the East India Company in the year 1765. Britishers fought against the mutineers and Bahadur Shah Zafar, and finally, on 20th September 1857, the Emperor of India lost to the British Empire. Soon after the rebellion, the Britishers captured Bahadur Shah Zafar and brought him to trial. The trial took place in 1858, and strategically within the premises of Diwan-e-Khas in the Red Fort in Delhi, once the center and symbol of the mighty Mughal Empire.
सुबह के तख्त नशीन शाम को मुजरिम ठहरे, हमने पल भर में नसीबों को बदलते देखा.
The trial was conducted under a military commission constituted under Act 14 of 1857. The British accused him of being the leader of the rebellion and sought to hold him responsible for the actions of his supporters. The trial proceedings were conducted in English, a language unfamiliar to Bahadur Shah Zafar. There were 4 charges against Bahadur Shah Zafar. 1. Being a pensioner of the British government in India, he encouraged Muhammad Bakht Khan, Subedar of the Regiment of Artillery, and other soldiers of the East India Company to mutiny. 2. He encouraged his son, Mirza Mughal, and others to wage war against the state. 3. He proclaimed himself as the reigning king and sovereign of India, and thereby took unlawful possession of the city of Delhi. 4. He caused murder of 49 persons of mixed European descent and passed orders to native rulers to slay Christian and English people. Interestingly, Bahadur Shah Zafar was afforded no legal representation throughout the trial. In his defense, he argued that he had played a minimal role in the rebellion and had been coerced by the circumstances. He maintained that he had no control over the actions of the rebels and had only sought to protect the honor and dignity of his people. The trial lasted for 21 working days, with 18 witnesses and nearly 200 documents being examined. Ultimately, though, Bahadur Shah Zafar was found guilty and sentenced to exile in Burma, present-day Myanmar. This marked the end of an era, as the last symbol of authority was stripped away by the British. In exile, Bahadur Shah Zafar spent his remaining years writing poetry and reflecting on the past glories of his dynasty. His poetry captured the spirit of resistance and became a rallying cry for future generations of freedom fighters. As we reflect on the trial of Bahadur Shah Zafar, let us also remember the brave Sepoys that triggered a mutiny that we now remember as the First War of Independence. The legacy of the resistance and the unfair trial that followed remains etched in the annals of Indian history, a reminder of the enduring pursuit of freedom and the indomitable spirit of resistance that it ignited amongst one and all in the subcontinent. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the trial of Bahadur Shah Zafar. Do subscribe to our channel for more interesting legal content.